Hey everyone! So I'm just briefly going to go over kind of like the aesthetics of what a hedgehog cage should look like and what sort of things you should have in it. So this is Thorin's cage. Okay, and as you can see, he has a wheel that he uses. Where's my finger? Where's it going? There we go. He uses, you can see, there's lots of poop there. Okay. Now he has a little ball of hay, and it has a little rattler in it, and he can play with that. Okay. Hedgehogs like to burrow, so he has the nice soft recycled paper bedding that's not going to irritate his skin. He's got a little tunnel here. Trying to get this here. This is my laptop, so it's a little bit awkward. There we go. So here he's got a little tunnel that he can go into. Okay, which he loves. This is actually a ferret tunnel, but in any case, here's this little blanket that goes over it, and he can hide underneath it. Hedgehogs really like to hide under things, so you want to make sure that you have a little something there to cover it. They also really like blankets. They love blankets, so if you want your hedgehog to be happy, get him a blanket. Over here, he's got his food, little bowl, okay? So it's got some bedding in there. Should take that out. Just get rid of that. And his is actually connected to the, it's like, there, see that? Let's see. It's connected to the wall, which is good because he can't knock it over. And sometimes that does happen when they're running around at night. They'll knock over their stuff. They'll knock over their food bowl. So it's kind of, I drilled holes to the side there. And just put it right in there. And then he has his water. Okay, so it's a bit of a small cage, but he's a happy little guy. And he loves his wheel, and he loves his ferret tunnel, and that's important to happen. Having, it doesn't matter the size of the cage. It does matter the size of the cage. You want to have a nicely sized cage. This is a good sized cage for a little hedgehog. You don't want to be in a box. But what's really important is having the things inside the cage that are going to make them happy, that are good for them. All right. So I'll show another one over here. So this one is my breeding cage, box cage, because as you can see, I don't actually have cages. I keep all my hedgehogs in bins. Hedgehogs have a tendency to climb. And I once had a hedgehog who literally would, like, she was like ninja. Like, it was actually crazy. Like, she used to get out, like, I don't even know how she did it, but sometimes she would get out, and anyway, it was crazy. In any case, bins are the best because they don't climb. They don't promote climbing, and then they won't climb up anything and hurt themselves, so it's nice to have bins. Anyway, so they have their wheel, little dome there, little dome, their food and their water. Here we go, dome. A second dome, because when you have two hedgehogs in one cage, you want to make sure that they can go in separate domes. You don't want to force them to be together because sometimes hedgehogs, they need their space. They have their little hay, what's my chin? Little hay, little carrot here that they can chew on, and a wheel. Okay, so typically you don't want to have two hedgehogs together because they can fight, and you don't want that. But if you're a breeder or you're thinking of breeding your hedgehogs, there's lots of things to comment on that if you're thinking of doing it, but just in terms of this video, I will say that you want to put your two hedgehogs alone in a cage with nothing in it. No domes, no wheels, or anything like that. You only want to add that a few hours in because the male is going to want to breed the female right away. After they've bred and they've kind of chilled out, then you can add the domes because they're chill and they're just kind of cohabiting for the next 14 days. So, like, I'll show you. So, Thorin, I believe, there, this is good. Thorin is right under here, I think. Yeah, he's sleeping. Yeah, I know Thorin. There you go. And Shmi is hiding there. Hi, Shmi! Usually they actually hide together in this one. I'm kind of surprised that he's over here. Usually they're together. But in any case, they bred. They still have, like, this is my little calendar here. A good breeder always has everything on record. So they've been breeding for a few days. She'll be due in like a month. But anyway, yeah. And then I have a maternity cage as well. And a maternity cage looks a little bit differently because there's actually nothing inside of it except a dome and food. Nice big food thing. A big food container. A big water jug. A little bit of toys for mommy. And one dome. No wheel. Nothing else. As a matter of fact, some breeders would argue not even to put toys in there. I don't even think she plays with them, but I just put them in there for her to be comfortable because she's used to having toys in her cage. Because sometimes when you have a wheel or other things in there, like little like hampers and stuff like that, the mother will kind of just go away and reject it. Not reject, but spend more time on her own investigating and going in all her little hampers and wheeling. She will sometimes just kind of like abandon the babies for a long period of time to wheel, which you don't want that. You want the mother to always be with the babies and letting them nurse and et cetera, et cetera. So a maternity cage looks a little bit different, a lot more boring. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What cages should look like, maternity cage, a breeding cage, and a normal cage. So that's it for now. See you later.